Okay, I'm in Argentina and I've just moved here. Now, I'm going in to order coffee for the first time. This is how I imagine it's gonna be. Hey, how you doing, man? Yeah, good, yeah, very well. Could I get a cup of coffee, please? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, cappuccino, yeah, it'd be great. Yeah. Did you see the game last night? This is how it really was. Uno, coffee. Uno coffee. I don't know. Bye-bye. I panicked. I didn't have any confidence. I was very, very scared. Now, I know that I'm not the only one to feel this panic when you are in a situation where you need to use another language and you can't, you don't know what to say. Now, so many of you guys have texted me, emailed me, sent me messages saying, Tom, can you show us ways to become more confident as an English speaker? So that's exactly what we're going to do today, guys. I'm going to give you 8 strategies that you can use to feel more confident as an English speaker. This is going to be awesome, guys, so stay tuned. Welcome to Eat, Sleep, Dream English. My name is Tom and I teach fresh, modern British English so that you can take your English to the next level and to achieve your life goals. Now today we're looking at how to be a more confident English speaker. So many of my Eat, Sleep Dreamers messaged me and said, Tom, can you give us tips about how we can become more confident? Because we're shy, we're nervous, we're scared even to speak English. What can we do to feel more confident? And you guys are not alone. There are so many people that feel that way. So today we're looking at 8 things that you can do to feel more confident and to give yourself every advantage when you are speaking English. Now these tips are tactical, so you can use them today. They're not things like believe in yourself, because that's no help to anyone. Believe in yourself. What does that even mean? These things are real, specific things that you can do that really will change the way you feel about speaking English. Now, I have to give a huge shout out to a number of teachers that I messaged and asked for their advice. What would they say to their students to help them become more confident? Now, I've worked with so many fantastic colleagues, fantastic teachers over my years, so I'm very lucky. So I'd like to give a big shout out to Matt Donley, to Jonathan Rickard, to Chris Stone, to Chris Hunter, and to Ceinwen Atkinson. Thank you so much, guys, for your help, your advice. Eat, Sleep, Dreamers, you're very lucky. You've got a wealth of English teaching knowledge that's going to be presented to you today through me. I'm going to start this by saying one thing everyone needs to know. Native speakers want you to succeed. They don't want you to feel embarrassed or get upset about your English. They want you to succeed, and they're going to do everything they can to help you. I think generally speaking, people are very supportive of other people speaking a second language. So that's really important to know, guys, is people want you to succeed. Okay, my first tip is preparation. Specifically, prepare for difficult situations. So for example, have some phrases that you can say in a situation where you don't understand someone, okay? So if someone is speaking to you very quickly and you don't understand, what are you going to do? What phrases can you use? Learn some phrases that you can say in that situation. So for example, I'm sorry, could you say that again? I'm sorry, could you say that again? Perfect sentence. Or I'm sorry, could you say that a bit slower, please? I'm sorry, could you say that a bit slower, please? So we are preparing for difficult situations, because those are the times that we feel most anxious, most scared, most nervous, and maybe embarrassed as well. You could say, sorry, I only speak a little bit of English. Could you say that again, please? So I'm sorry, I only speak a little bit of English. Could you say that again, please? Again, this is a phrase that will just help you in these situations, because that will help the person you're speaking to understand, oh, okay, they don't speak a lot of English, so I will speak slower, I'll use less difficult vocabulary. So it's about helping the person you're speaking to as well understand that you maybe don't speak very good English and that you need them to be supportive and helpful for you. Okay, so preparation flows into my next idea, which is number 2, rehearsal. Now, what I want you to do is to think about the situations in which you're going to use English. So, it could be at work, it could be while you're traveling, it could be for an exam. Think about the situations that you're going to use your English. Then, you're going to rehearse those situations. Now, I'm going to give you tips about how to rehearse in a minute, but the idea of rehearsing is really important. When an actor like Benedict Cumberbatch is about to go on stage or do a new film, he rehearses, he practices. He doesn't just go out and say his lines. He has to rehearse and practice, and that's exactly what we have to do if we are going to go out and perform to the best of our ability. So rehearsing. Now, let's go back to my original situation. I was trying to order coffee in a coffee shop. Now that is a very specific situation. And I know that in that situation there are certain phrases that I can use to get what I want. There are also certain phrases that I'm going to hear. So I can rehearse this situation. So for example, I'm going to need the phrase, could I have? Could I have a coffee please? Could I have a cappuccino please? Now, that's a set phrase. We're going to use that. We're going to need that. Now we know that we can use that phrase, so why not rehearse saying it? Could I have a coffee please? Could I have a coffee please? Hi, could I have a coffee please? You're going to practice saying that phrase. You also know that the person serving you might ask you some questions. So, would you like anything else? Would you like anything else? Is that to have here or to take away? Is that to have here or to take away? So you need to think about, in this situation, what phrases, what questions am I going to hear? How can I answer those? So you can really prepare for this situation. Okay, so that leads me on to number 3. When you are rehearsing, I think it's a great idea to practice with a voice recorder. Now, a voice recorder you'll find on your phone, I'm almost certain, there's a voice recorder option, and you can record yourself saying the phrases that you think you're going to need in this situation, so the coffee shop. Now, why are we going to do it in a voice recorder? Well, a couple of reasons. First of all, you're training your mouth to say the phrases. So you're literally, it's like going to the gym and lifting the weights and practicing. You are training the muscles in your mouth to say the phrases, to say the words. So that when it comes to, when you really need it in the situation, your muscles are ready. They're ready to do it. So could I have a coffee please? Could I have a coffee please? Get your mouth trained to say that phrase. Could I have a coffee please? Also, another reason why you need to record it is because you need to get used to hearing your own voice in English. Now, it's horrible hearing our own voices. When we first hear our voice, it sends shivers down my spine when I listen to my own voice. But over time, you get used to it. And so you need to practice saying it into a voice recorder and hearing back your own voice. This will get you used to hearing yourself in English. Because you're used to hearing yourself in your own language, whether it's in Korean or in Arabic or in Spanish or in French. But this way, you're going to get used to hearing yourself in English. And that's a completely different thing, but it's really important. Okay, so I'm going to practice saying something in Spanish. Hola, dame una cerveza, por favor. Hola, dame una cerveza, por favor. Okay, now that was clearly not very good, but let's listen. Hola, dame una cerveza, por favor. Okay, this is not good Spanish. This is probably terrible Spanish, but I'm just getting used to saying the phrase, to listening to myself. And it's brilliant to listen to yourself and just get used to hearing your English voice. That's why a voice recorder is fantastic. A huge part of practicing is repetition. Now, I can't stress how important repetition is. If you repeat these phrases over and over again, you're going to become so used to saying it. You're going to become so comfortable with saying them that they'll become second nature. They'll become natural for you to say. So if you say it once, and then you go into the coffee shop and then you say it again, that's only the second time in your life that you've said that phrase. Well, of course it's not going to be perfect. So you need to repeat that phrase over and over again drill it into your head if you need to, so that when it comes to saying it, it's perfect. So repetition, repetition, repetition. I think that is so important. I can't stress how important that is. Another really practical tool that you guys can use is a dictation tool. Now, I'm gonna put the link in the description below. This is fantastic because what you do is, let's say I want to introduce myself, okay? When I'm meeting someone, I introduce myself. I can say it into this dictation tool and it will listen to what I'm saying and type out what it thinks it understands. And you can check to see, did it understand what I was saying? And if it does, then incredible. If it doesn't, then it will show you which words you didn't say perfectly. Maybe you mispronounced it. Maybe you didn't, you joined your words too much or whatever. So let's have a little go, shall we? A little practice. Okay, so here's the tool. Let's have a practice. Hello, my name is Tom and I'm an English teacher. All right, it worked. It worked. Hello, my name is Tom and I'm an English teacher. It worked. All right. So you can dictate into this website and it will write out the words that you say. And it's an amazing way to check to see if your pronunciation is clear enough to be understood. If it's not, then you'll find out which words you're saying wrong and you can correct yourself or ask a teacher to help you or a friend to help you to correct that particular pronunciation error. Eastleigh Dreamers, did you find that useful? I'd love to know in the comments below which of those techniques would you like to try, or which ones have you tried and found successful. Also, I'd love you to share your ideas about how to feel more confident in English with the rest of the Eat Sleep Dream English community. So leave your comments below this video and yeah, let's share our knowledge together. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Remember, there is a part 2 that is coming up very, very soon. I'm going to release it on Sunday. Check it out. I'll give you the next 4 tips or techniques that I have to make you feel a more confident English speaker. It's going to be fantastic, so don't miss it. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, I've got new videos every Tuesday and every Friday to help you take your English to the next level. This is Tom, the Chief Dreamer, saying goodbye.